Hello, wonderful human. I'm Serge Hunt and I'll be your guide for this Building a Second Brain in Notion Essentials course. We might have met on some of my Notion tutorials on YouTube, but if we haven't met yet, I'm a Notion consultant focused on helping entrepreneurs, companies, students and teachers to organize their knowledge using Notion. In this course, we're going to be learning the key habits, frameworks and processes behind this term that you've probably heard quite a bit of in the world of personal productivity, building a second brain. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what you'll achieve by the end of this course, what we won't be covering in this course, the prerequisites, and a sort of map of the learning journey. At the end of this video, I'll also show you how to duplicate the second brain template so that you can use it in your Notion workspace. When you complete this course, you'll have built your very own personal knowledge management system in Notion using the Power framework and building a second brain methodology. You'll have practiced some of the core habits of effective personal knowledge management and understood how to leverage some of Notion's advanced features to supercharge your second brain and expand your creative output. What you won't learn are core project management techniques. I'm also not going to be giving too many applied examples of custom second brain setups. This course is also not a strict formula or one-size-fits-all solution. It's designed to give you a foundation and expose you to the core habits of building a second brain so that you can take them on and customize what you've learned here to suit your personal needs, goals, and style. Are there any prerequisites? Well, I'm going to be expecting to know the basic functionality of Notion. So if you're not familiar with how to create new basic block types in Notion and navigate between pages, then I've left some resources to get you up to speed in the comment section below this video. Before starting this course, it would be super helpful if you have some experience with journaling, note-taking, or just communicating your ideas through creating digital documents. But if you don't already, don't sweat it, we'll touch on this too. Also, don't worry if some of the terms here are new to you. In the next few lessons, I'll be breaking down all the lingo and we'll be walking through everything step by step, while also offering advanced Notion users the option to take things a little further. So what are those steps and what does the map of this course look like? The course has been broken into 7 modules. The first 2 modules will be more of a setup, where we'll be building the basic structure of your second brain in Notion to get you ready for the next 4 modules, where you'll be engaging with the core methods, practices, and habits of building a second brain. Finally, there's a bonus module where I'll be leaving some material to support the deeply curious. The first module, which you're already in, is an introduction, where I'll be getting you ready to make the most out of this course. In module 2, we'll be implementing the Power framework, which is the backbone of your second brain in Notion, and personalizing it a little bit. We'll then shift gears into module 3, where you'll be learning about the methods for capturing information to put in your second brain. Module 4 is all about the methods for organizing what comes into your second brain. In module 5, we'll be exploring some techniques to distill the essential information from your notes so that you can use those insights for your projects and learning. And in module 6, we'll be looking at how to express from your second brain by directing all the information you've been nurturing and distilling towards completing projects. By the end of this, you'll have learned to code, not in a computer programming way, but in a personal knowledge management workflow kind of way. Each video is a short burst of me talking to introduce a few concepts, followed by a screen recording or walkthrough in Notion, and occasionally a mini challenge. The goal of the challenges is to help you turn the concepts and theory into daily habits and to reflect on what you've just learned. I might reference some of the bonus videos throughout the course, and they'll live in module 7. Feel free to watch these when I reference them or when you're feeling curious. I want to wrap up this introduction with going over the core benefits of building a second brain in Notion and a few tips on how to get the most out of this course. By building a second brain in Notion, you'll notice some immediate benefits, and over time you'll notice various others as you interact with your system over the months and years. It's potentially a life-changing event to know that your life's experiences, knowledge, resources and learning are all in one place that you can create from. By implementing your second brain in Notion, you can expect to find what you need when you need it, compared to just keeping information in your head. And by building a Notion specifically, you'll take full advantage of its unique features that other tools just don't have. It gives you the richness of a personal Wikipedia combined with powerful and simple project management features to help you turn your experience into tangible projects. You'll also begin to notice that you can engineer creativity by making connections between diverse ideas and information, and then wrapping them in your personal experience and unique point of view. Having a second brain also transforms you in a very different way from being a passive consumer to a mindful creator. Not only will the quality of the information you interact with increase, but you'll begin to notice it in your output as well. Creating in Notion gives you an overview of all of your tasks and projects, allowing you to zero in and devote more attention to the things that inspire you instead of distracting you. And over time, you'll stop starting from scratch every single time by creating templates and snippets of writing as sort of digital Lego bricks that you can use to take on bigger projects and complete them faster. Often folk who have built a second brain with me can more easily share their process and get more frequent feedback on projects. This is because the small steps are just as easily trackable and shareable as the final result of the project. Okay, that sounds a little superhuman, and I'm not promising you that you'll achieve all of those benefits just by taking this course, but they're all on the table after you take what you've learned here and begin using your second brain in Notion frequently. Before getting into your first exercise, I want to remind you to take advantage of the fact that you are in a video-based course. If you want me to speak slower, use the speed controls to slow me down. If I'm taking too long to explain something, just speed me up. And last but certainly not least, if you need me to repeat myself, use the video controls to rewind me. If you feel like you need to take a break and let something sink in, by all means, just please pause me and I'll be right here waiting for you. Probably like many of us, myself included, you've also got into some bad video viewing habits with all the streaming services that we've got around. And while binging might be a great way to consume an entire season of your favorite show, it's not the best way to learn something new. Education isn't meant to be binged, and because of this, I'll probably remind you to take breaks. I also encourage you to let what you just learned sink in, and pace the course to be completed in just a little under a week, which is roughly a module per day. Thanks again for joining me, and if you have any questions as you're going along through the course, comment below and I'll try to respond as quickly as possible. All right, let's get you set up. To try and bring everyone who starts the course onto a similar page, I've created a Notion template that I'll be using throughout this course. While there are many ways to build a second brain in Notion, I wanted beginners to get from theory to practice more quickly and allow more advanced Notion users to gracefully transition from their old systems. We're not diving into anything too technical right now. The goal of the exercise is simply to duplicate the template and put it in your workspace. A link is available in the description below. If you've purchased this course after downloading the free template, then you can either reduplicate this new one or follow along so that your workspace looks kind of similar. I'm going to walk through duplicating the new template from the link in case you're not familiar with copying Notion templates. Go through the link in the comments section of this video. In there, you'll arrive at this template. This template is still in my workspace, not yours. And to get it into your workspace, you'll have to click duplicate in the top right corner. After that, you should be automatically routed back to your personal workspace, where you can see that the template has been duplicated to your sidebar. Your workspace should look something similar like this, with a huge list of random pages on the left and this new second brain template at the top, which means you're ready to go. Next lesson, I'll be getting into some more theory behind building a second brain and introduce you to the various sections inside this template.